Good afternoon, you guys. Your boy Ben Mahari here, represent Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. Much love to the entire LDBC and the entire community. You know, understand what I'm saying? Don't miss basketball conversations every Friday night, 9 p.m. Central Time. Is where we discuss basketball-related topics, news, debates, and everything else in the world of basketball. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to get all the latest notifications when I start dropping videos and live streams. And please spread the word about the channel too as well. So, with no further ado, let's get down to business, Shelby. So, I've been kind of scoping around, the various debate shows, various, people that I don't listen to on television much, but I wanted to listen to about how, people have, felt about, Colin Kaepernick and his protesting that he did back in 2016 that ultimately got him blackballed out of the National Football League. Now, there have been a lot of people that have kind of wanted to see him return back into the NFL and get a starting job. You know what I mean? I have no problem with anyone saying that he deserves to have an opportunity to try out for a team or get a starting job opportunity. Because you got to remember, Colin Kaepernick did lead the San Francisco 49ers to the Super Bowl, and they were almost a touchdown away from winning the championship against the Ravens. So we cannot forget about that. Seems like people forgot about it like it was yesterday, but I wanted to make sure people remembered it. But I think that there's been a lot of people that wanted him to see returning back in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? And I have no problem with people saying that. I think that's a very, very logical opinion, and I had no problem with that thing. But here's my stance on this, and I know this is gonna get some talking heads going. So here's what I'm saying right now. I don't think Colin Kaepernick should return to the NFL, and here's why. The reason is this: you had a lengthy lawsuit, liability lawsuit against the NFL, filing a grievance, and you won that suit because you were able to prove that the NFL basically, constructed a plan to make sure you didn't get an opportunity to play in the NFL. And why go through that again? Why put yourself in that? Why put yourself through the course of the NFL again, and knowing that you're going to get scrutinized every single time? Now, it is now becoming more popular at this particular point because of what happened to all the deaths of the different various black people at the hands of the police. But I think that him returning into the NFL, I don't understand. I don't get that. I don't understand that because it would be like he made it back into the NFL and he's basically going to be doing the same, basically going to be doing the same thing, and people are still going to crap on him for it. And the NFL already tried to did you dirty multiple times by confirming that you were basically a retired, player when it was basically you had to basically go out and just basically, shut that down, proving that you were not a retired player. So why put yourself through that, situation? Because to me, if I was Colin Kaepernick, I wouldn't not even worry about returning back to football because you're gonna be because at the end of the day, the NFL is not gonna give you any leadway. They're gonna make sure that your time back in football is gonna be a living hell, and also you're gonna get constantly scrutinized every single time because there's gonna be a lot of people in organizations that have a racist point of view on particular things or just wants to play both sides of the fence. And the thing is, though, like I don't. I don't think I think Colin Kaepernick's purpose to do the kneeling was great, and I think that he needs to continue to do that. It's worked out very well, and people are now on board with this. But I don't. But see, the NFL is not being genuine with themselves. If you understand what I'm telling you here, they're not being genuine because they know that they basically messed up. Now, when Goodell made that statement a couple of weeks ago, um, I took it as a grain. I took it as a grain of salt because everybody knew what he's meant when he mentioned NFL players, but I think he might have said it because he didn't want to go through another lawsuit against Colin Kaepernick. You know what I mean? I think that's why he pretty much didn't say Colin Kaepernick's name, but still, you didn't respect Colin Kaepernick what he was doing, and you basically let the the racist president Donald Trump influence your ear and confide a plan to get Colin Kaepernick out of the NFL. And now that's what's been going on around this country ever since the death of George Floyd and also Ahmaud Arbery and Breonna Taylor. Listen, now the NFL decides we kind of had a change of heart. What makes you think? What makes you think I believe in what they when they are? Because if you initially did it the first time, there's no doubt in my mind you would do it again. And if I was Colin Kaepernick, I would not even care about returning to the NFL because they don't respect you. They don't appreciate what you did until now. And the other players didn't want to side with you other than Eric Reed. And now they are initially saying they want to help you out with this. And even the Players Coalition too. You guys basically turned around and agreed to the money that was being handed down to by the owners. I mean, it basically threw a monkey wrench on the entire purpose of the coalition, which people like Malcolm Jenkins of the world and others. And so I had no problem with Eric Reed did when he basically confronted him and calling him a sellout because he was. He legitimately was. And so I feel like, Colin Kaepernick should not have to waste his time worried about going back into the NFL because people are riding with you. People are riding with you because they saw what you were basically are doing. And America and many Americans now are pretty much understanding what time it is and what's going on around this country. And so playing football to me, it just wouldn't make sense at this particular point. That's just my opinion about it because I just think that you've done your purpose. You got people's attention, and now people are riding with you with it. So I would not want to see him return back to the NFL. You know what I mean? Don't even give him any chance to profit off of you. And if you end up winning a Nobel Peace Prize without returning to the NFL, you could actually take that and make them look even worse than what they are right now. And so I don't think that Colin Kaepernick should return back to football. He's been doing great. He's not, lost any money. You know what I mean? He's still getting a lot of support. But I think that his purpose is to be a protester and basically an inspiration for people to continue on the fight, for social equality and also for police reform, particularly against, black people. And I just think that, returning back to football might just kill some of the momentum that's already been obtained at the moment here because you got the NFL on notice now. And pretty much the players are pretty much recognizing that they made a mistake of not signing with Colin Kaepernick. You know what I mean? And now people are getting exposed to their racial standards and their hypocrisy. And I love every single minute of it. So I think that, in my opinion, I don't think Colin Kaepernick should not even waste his time by coming back into football. I think he should continue to do what he's been doing this entire time. Continue to be that philanthropist and also being that that rebel towards the NFL. You know what I mean? Because we love to see that, and we love to see him to continue to do it. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel about this whole matter. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you think that Colin Kaepernick should come back to football, or do you think he should just stay away from football and continue what he's been doing since 2016? But let me know what you guys think.